Hello again folks, welcome along, thanks for tuning in once again to Fáilte Roimh Ríist. And today's video is being filmed on the 29th of October 2020, and we're in the middle of a second lockdown due to the COVID-19 outbreak here in Ireland. And unfortunately, due to that, my little series of interviews with Ireland's top fly fishers has come to a sudden stop due to the fact that they can't travel as part of the restrictions. So what I thought I'd do today is I thought I might show you my 5 favourite river nymphs. They have a sort of a common theme, if you like. They're very, very easy to tie if you're a fly tyer, and they work extraordinarily well. So let's make a start. Okay, this is a nymph number 5, and this is what I like to call my depth charge nymph. Reason for that is it gets down really fast, really deep. This particular one is tied on a size 8. You can tie it on a size 10, a 12 also, but if you want to get down really deep, it needs to be big and heavy. And this fly is certainly heavy with the addition of 2 tungsten beads and lead wire also in the underbody. So I like to fish this in any heavy water, particularly the beginning of the season. It can be fished on its own quite successfully, or with the addition of a smaller nymph. It'll drag down the smaller nymph down deep as well. So I like this fly for heavy water, or any time early part of the season when the river is relatively high. So that's number 5. Now we go on to number 4. Now, next up at number 4 is a seal's fur nymph, and seal's fur seems to have, for some reason, to be particularly attractive to trout. I've been using seal's fur for more than 30 years. It was one of the first materials I ever used to tie nymphs, and I've been using it ever since very, very successfully. And this fly can be used in a variety of sizes virtually the whole season round, and it catches consistently all the time. There's a link in the description to the tying of this fly and all the rest of them as it happens, and how I mix the seal's fur mixture for this particular fly. So give it a try. I think you'll find that seal's fur is just particularly brilliant for some reason that I don't really understand, but the fish obviously like it, and I'm never without it in my box. Now at number 3, this is a twin wire nymph, I like to call it. Again, a very, very simple fly to tie. Basically all it is a tungsten bead. In this case I have it tied on a size 16, a black tungsten bead and 2 different colour wires and a small tail. The 2 wires in this case are a black and green wire, but you can mix any 2 colours you like. It's nice to contrast them, one dark, maybe one brighter colour wire. And it's the most simple fly to tie, but absolutely lethal in smaller sizes, in low water particularly. I use this down to size 22, but most commonly size, say, 18, 20. This is a 16, and absolutely devastating fly on trout in low water. So again, there's a link in the description to the tying of this if you're a fly tyer. Now, of course, beaded nymphs are now de rigueur, if you like. Virtually everyone who's fishing nymphs is fishing with beaded nymphs, and there's a good reason for that. Of course, they're extremely successful. But I've found from time to time where a river might be hard fished with beaded nymphs that go back to the old style. Pheasant tail. This is a pheasant tail nymph with seal's fur, or sorry, not seal's fur, hare's ear. It's a mixture of hare's ear basically and pheasant tail, and in this fly here is tied in a size 16, which is a very good size to use, but it can be used in a variety of sizes. And if you try this where it's hard fished with beaded nymphs, you'll find that you will catch trout that you might not otherwise catch. So even though it's old school, and I used these ever before beaded nymphs were around, and caught a lot of fish on them. So it's no harm to be old fashioned from time to time. Now we come to my number one nymph, and it'll come as no surprise to you that it's the beaded pheasant tail nymph. Probably more trout caught on this nymph than all the others combined. It's my go-to nymph in virtually 99% of circumstances, and consistently produces fish the whole season through. Variety of sizes all the way from 20 all the way to size 12, size 10 even sometimes. Just an unbelievable fly. Again, there's a link in the description to what I call the world's number one trout fly, without question. Millions of trout will attest to its efficacy, and millions of anglers use it all the time, and there's a good reason why. It's just a devastating fly on trout, and I don't believe there is a single angler in the world who hasn't heard of it or hasn't used it at some point. So that's my top 5 nymphs for river trout fishing. It's very interesting to see what people have in their fly boxes, so I hope you found what's in my nymph box interesting too. So there you go, folks, that's my 5 favourite nymphs for river trout fishing, and this is the little box that I store them in, just as a matter of interest. Very simple, small, about the size of a cigarette packet, very convenient to carry, and I just carry a variety of sizes in my 5 favourite nymphs, and they work for me throughout the season. And I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I'd like to hear what your favourite nymphs are, if you would like to drop a little comment below. And if you're a fly tyer, there's a link in the description to all the flies I showed in the video. So once again, thanks very much for joining me, and if you'd like to see videos with similar content in the future, be sure to subscribe, and thanks very much again for watching. Agus Gadi and Kia Dorella, good day, Shiv Slán.